Is summer none other about to be summer no more? And the baddies had this beautiful brunch laid out, beautiful spread, and it turned into a brunch beatdown. Yes, you better believe we're going to talk about it, all that and more on the Baddies Africa episode 5 recap and after show. Thank you for being here. Before we begin, please make sure you click that subscribe button, press that thumbs up button, subscribe, and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to join the conversation by getting into the comment section down there. All right, this is all for all my new folks that are joining. Get into the comments, leave me your thoughts and opinions on episode 5, Baddies Africa. And last but not least, if you want to donate to your boy, you know what to do. In the description box below are ways you can donate: PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, Amazon, wish list. All right, now, thank you guys for being here. Episode 5 recap. I'm almost caught up. I'm almost caught up with y'all. Let's get into it. Straight into the episode. Now, the house meeting is in chaos, right? The house meeting that Natalie called is in chaos. Dolly has jumped into Big Legs and Fauna's fight, and it's trio versus trio at this point. So if you remember episode 5, you remember that. You remember Dolly had just jumped into this fight. The trios are going at it. Now, Diamond the Body makes a great point. I love me some Diamond. She always makes great points because I heard, speaking of Diamond the Body, she was on a radio show the other day and they were asking her about Baddies, and I love her because she was so honest, and she said, I love the show's great or whatever. She was like, but there's no plot. Diamond was like telling this radio DJ, she was like, there's no plot to our show. There's no purpose. She said that's why I like Jocelyn's Cabaret, because there is at least a goal. There's something that we're all going after. She's like, on Baddies, it's just show up and we're fighting. And I'm like, wow, it's so nice to hear that from someone actually on the cast. But Diamond, to me, is one of the smartest girls on that cast anyway, because she's taken Baddies and she said, oh, baby, I'm not going to be just a reality star has been. Diamond said, I'm going to take my Baddies platform and I'm really going to do something with it, right? So, let me see, where are we at here? Okay. So, yeah, DTB made a great point, right? Back to what she said. She said when Lex is fighting Fauna, who is small, all of a sudden y'all want to jump in. Just like I said in the episode 4 recap. If you were watching episode 4 recap, we talked about that, okay? We talked about how Dolly, your scary ass, wouldn't have done that in a million years had that been Ivory or somebody else, but you want to pop off on Fauna. And, listen, speaking of Fauna, the girl still ain't getting her name right. In episode 5, did y'all peep how Natalie is talking to a couple of the girls and I think a part of the other trio, and it's just like those four. They're talking and they're talking about Natalie's like, y'all better get that girl's name right. Y'all better get that girl's name right. And they're all like, what do they call her? Fanya? Fanya. They were like, it's Fanya. It's Fanya. And Natalie said, oh, we finally got it right. We finally got it right. It's Fanya. How do you did you not cast this girl? Fana. It's not. I don't get why it's so difficult. I when she said it. Now the girls are getting ready to go out to their first club appearance in Africa, Cape Town, Africa, to be exact. And Ivory is, I think they're in their sprinter van, and she's talking to some of these newer girls. Um, and she's telling them that, there's no fighting in the club. We can't be fighting in the clubs here in Africa. Which I'm like, this is such BS. They keep saying this, but y'all say that at certain places all the time. Like again, I said in the last recap that they said this about Hawaii, and they've said that about other places. Like I'm just like, y'all gonna fight wherever. I'm convinced because no matter what happens, no matter what country they're in, Zeus is gonna buy their way out of whatever situation. See, when you got the coin, you can get out of anything. So, whether they're in Africa, Dubai, Belize, you know, they can get out of whatever with the, you know what I'm saying? You can. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying you can. We all know that. That's nothing new. We know money talks, right? So they get to the club. The girls are in the club. They're clubbing, right? And like a true gnat, like a true bed bug, like a true fly, Automac just won't go away. I thought Automac left. Why is she in the club? Like, what? I thought you just, needed to step away. I just can't do this. Mm-hmm. I see you, boo. I know what happened. We know what happened. That's okay. We can spin it like you needed to leave. You know what I'm saying? Um, so Anna's at the club, and Natalie is pissed. Which I'm like, did Natalie really know about this or did she not? Of course, she's playing like she didn't know. She's in her confessionals like she's upset. So I'm like, did production trick Natalie and she not know, or is she in on the joke? Is Natalie in on the joke of this whole Anna thing? Now, apparently, it's Lemon Pepper's birthday. And I'm just like, for the man who always was in the background with his face blurred, him and his brother always got their face blurred. And then you'll see the next second, they are having a pop up birthday party on Baddies. And not only that, bitch, just when I thought I saw and heard it all, and just when I thought it couldn't get any motherfucking worse, y'all already know what happens. Y'all already know where I'm going with this. Y'all already know where I'm going with this because just when I thought. Oh, and before we get into Lemon Pepper's birthday, Natalie says that she has to talk to Diamond the Body tomorrow about this whole situation because she says Diamond is the one who invited Anna to the club, which I'm sure she did, and I think that's what happened on the episode. Um, but yeah, whatever. I don't think it's organic. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe with the whole Anna. Why she's at the club? Is Natalie in on it? Anyway, it's Lemon Pepper's birthday, bitch. Okay. And as I just said a second ago, just when we thought we saw it all, this chicken leg, light bulb head ass, lemon pepper wing face. Listen, listen. Y'all already know where I'm going with this. He started rapping. Yes, Lemuel Plummer, I guess, is taking advice from Natalie, or is Natalie is rubbing off on him, and now all of a sudden he wants to be the next P Diddy. Well, from what I hear, you already are. You're just missing the music part, huh? So let's throw him a mic, and you really channeling Lil Diddy, Lil Puff, Puff Plummer, Lil Plummer. I'm just saying. Okay. What time is it? We doing good on time? We doing good on time? Um, please never rap again. Light bulb head, cornball. Please don't ever rap again. Like I was just like, what is he doing? This is gonna be your downfall. You want to be a star all of a sudden instead of getting back behind the screens where your nerdy ass used to be when the women didn't want you and nobody paid attention to you. Go back to that lemon pepper where we don't see you. Okay, this is Baddies. Now, and by the way, the rap was stupid. It was like, I'm the only one cashing checks. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Is that all you? What do you bring to the table, Lemon Pepper, other than money, chicken legs, and a light bulb shaped head? An alleged rap sheet of some BS. What do you bring to the table? Like, that's all you can use is your money. Listen, I digress, okay? Later on, After that scene, after the club, we see a message pop up on the screen that says, later that night, outside the venue, Summer was involved in an altercation with a Zeus security member. She was unable to participate in the next few episodes. I'm like, okay. So it's clear Summer is out of control and has major issues. Okay. It's clear, and this is somebody that used to love her, okay? Like, Summer, I really, it's so sad to watch your downfall because as soon as you rise, you just fall right. Like some people just don't know how to maneuver this type of game. And, she's been rewarded for bad behavior. What do y'all expect? She has been rewarded for bad behavior. And she thinks that acting this way is going to get her another season, going to get the bigger paycheck, going to get the appearances. Instead of like, my thing is, instead of putting her in timeout for a few episodes, I feel like that continues to condone the behavior. I would just let her go. Let her go. Y'all act like the show can't go on without certain people. Let her go, and the show will go on, and you'll find bigger, brighter stars and people who know how to control themselves, people who know how to have some couth at certain times. I get we're filming a show, but you've got to have a little bit of scruples to yourself, and you got to be able to navigate things and know when to jump, know when to bite, know when to fold them, and know when to hold them, baby. You can't always just be ready to jump and act a fool at any given moment. Now, one of the things that we learn is that the night before the club, or I'm sorry, not the night before the club, but while they were at the club, we learned that Dolly snatched the mic from K Rican while K Rican was on the mic. And I don't know what it is, y'all. I just don't like Dolly. I know I've said that, but I just don't. This is an example of one of the reasons why I don't like her. She's very brazen. She's very bold. She's a bully. She picks and pokes at those that she thinks that she can get over on, that she thinks that she's bigger than, that she thinks that she can whoop. And that's what I don't appreciate about her. Snatch the mic from Ivory. Snatch the mic from Big Legs. Bad Dolly. Ain't nothing bad about you, babe. I ain't seen nothing bad yet. Now, we end up seeing Tavi, I don't, God, Tavi, Big Tavi, whatever, and LCK. Those two girls have been friends since they got into the house, right? They are a part of one of these trios. Now, we see LCK and Tavi actually get into it. They actually get into a disagreement because Elsie is upset that she saw Tavi shaking hands with Cold Killer in the club the night before. And LCK says that she feels like she's questioning Tavi's loyalty at this point. So Tavi is upset because she's like, are you kidding me? She says Cold Killer came up to me in the club. She wanted to shake my hand and she wanted to move past everything. And Tavi says that Cold Killer told her, look, I respect you for taking up for LCK. I respect you for having your friends back. Now, Elsie is making a big deal out of this. Again, she's questioning Tavi's loyalty at this point. And my opinion is like, why are we dragging this, Elsie? Because in my opinion, Tavi has proved her loyalty to you. First of all, y'all, let's put into play, y'all barely know each other. You just joined this show. We're on episode 4 or 5. Y'all haven't been there but a few days. And you already have a girl that has had your back, has been fighting for you, speaking up for you when people are doing you wrong. And you're questioning her loyalty because you see her shaking hands with a girl that y'all don't fuck with in the club. Instead of questioning her loyalty, just ask her about it. Be like, what happened in the club last night? Y'all was shaking hands. What did she say? Are y'all good? Everything's good, right? But I guess the way Elsie said it and how she came off, maybe it was more defensive. Maybe Tavi felt like, well, I just fought for you. Why would you question anything? How do y'all feel about that? Do you think LCK is in the right to question Tavi on dapping up Cold Killer in the club? Or are you on Tavi's side? Do you feel like she's proved her loyalty enough by fighting for this girl? And again, we got to remember they barely knew each other, so I've got to give Tavi the respect that she stood up for this girl and didn't even know her just because she felt like it was wrong what they were doing to her. Now we see a scene where Natalie meets up to talk with Scotty because Natalie feels like Scotty has changed. And that's what she tells her in this scene. She says, "You have changed, and I don't like this new version that I'm seeing of you. I don't like this new Scotty." Now, Scotty says that she has simply adjusted to her environment. She says that she has adjusted to her environment, which let me translate that for y'all. That pretty much means, okay? That pretty much means that she turns it on for the cameras, okay? And gets bucked for TV. Let's be real. Because the Scotty that we've been seeing, the Scotty that Natalie is talking about, that's not the real Scotty. She's just adapting to her environment, as she said. You know, I'm on this show where where everybody fights, but I'm not a fighter. However, if I want to stay around, I guess, if I don't want to get picked on, if I don't want to be called out, let me get in here and become a fighter that I'm not. So, it's not the real Scotty. It's not the real Scotty, and I've known that. I've known that. We know that this gangsta Scotty that we see, that's not really her. But at the same time, she's damned if she do, she's damned if she don't. Because if she wasn't doing the gangsta Scotty moves, we would be calling her weak. We would be saying that she doesn't stand up for herself. So I guess I would rather her be something that she's not and stand up for herself than to be a weakling and look crazy on TV. And I think what a lot of it boils down to as well is Natalie can't push Scotty around the way she used to. You know what I'm saying? Now, we hear Natalie tell Scotty that she feels like she's constantly challenged by Scotty. But I think it's 50-50. I think they both challenge each other. Natalie doesn't like the fact that Scotty stands up for herself now. Let's just be real. But at the same time, we see scenes where Scotty tries to blame Natalie for everything. Big Lex could come slap Scotty dead in the face, and Scotty is going to blame it on Natalie. Now, Scotty's dog gets brought up, right? This situation really pissed me off. Scotty's dog gets brought up, and apparently all these seasons that have gone by where we have seen Scotty on the show with her dog, apparently the girls have had a problem with it. And apparently Natalie has been getting calls and complaints behind the scenes from other cast members about Scotty and her having a dog, but I don't see the issue with it. Scotty has always brought her dog with her on damn near every season that we've seen her on Baddies. And then we ended up seeing other girls try to bring their dog on the show and try to use them as an accessory. Anna Whack, Rolly, Anna Whack and Rolly both tried to bring a dog on the show. And notice how they only had the dog for like one episode. Because it ain't no real, like, it's not like, I'm sure they love their dogs, no shade. But there are people like Rolly and Anna who use their dogs as an accessory, like, oh, this is cute for 5 minutes. And there are people like Scotty who really need their dogs around for that therapeutic emotional support. And it's not like Scotty is carrying around some huge ass Rottweiler. It's not like she's got a bull mastiff that she's taking everywhere. She has got a fucking poodle that she can hold in her arms. And if you know anything about dogs, if they're properly trained, Scotty can film her show, put her dog in the room with some treats, a snack, some water, a blanket, and her dog will be fine. So the issue, in my opinion, is giving jealousy. I think what it is, Scotty has been fucking on Lemon Pepper. We know that. We know that Lemon Pepper and Scotty are a couple. That's no secret. They've shared it on their social medias. And I think that Scotty probably has gotten other special privileges. We know that she's gotten to fly the Zeus Network jet to her bookings. The girls were salty about that. And I think that the dog is probably just another thing that they're salty about because they think, well, oh, she gets to bring a dog because she's the CEO's girl. But we saw Anna and Rolly bring their dog. So obviously y'all could bring your dog with you if you want to. I just think y'all are hating on Scotty. I really do. I don't think it has anything to do with the dog. Think about it. Anytime we've seen Scotty in a scene with her dog, we don't see her dog barking at nobody. We don't see her dog being obnoxious. We don't see it running around. We don't see it shitting in the flow. We don't see it biting nobody. That dog is trained, well behaved, and according to Scotty, it's a service animal or an emotional support pet. It's one of the two to where she can legally have it with her. But I just did not like that at all. Now, we end up seeing the girls go outside the mansion. Outside the mansion, there's this beautiful brunch set up for them. I mean, just now, y'all know we're used to seeing these girls go to restaurants, go sit down to eat, and we never see a piece of meat hit the plate, bitch. Okay? We don't ever see a glass of water poured. But I don't even see a potato, a piece of lettuce, a salad, nothing, right? Well, we see them out and brunch is set up for the girls outside. And I mean a beautiful spread of everything you could ever want. Bacon, eggs, French toast, pancakes, sausage, orange juice, apple juice, all sorts of fruit, all sorts of pastries. I mean, it was I love breakfast food. I love breakfast and brunch, bitch. And that spread was spreading, okay? But a brawl breaks out. An all-out brawl breaks out when things get heated between Dolly and K. Rican from the night before. Everybody's out there in their robes. They just woke up. They're eating. They're enjoying their brunch. And something gets brought up between Dolly and K. Rican, because we know that Dolly snatched the microphone from K. Rican the night before in the club. So that gets brought up. And um, Dolly says, I snatched the mic because I felt like it. And it's just like, she's got such a shitty ass attitude. It would be so hard to communicate with Dolly. It would be so hard to reason with her. It would be so difficult to engage with this person whose main agenda is conflict. Dolly doesn't want to get along with anybody. She doesn't want to have a good time. Dolly is that person that seems so fun at parties. She seems like such a good time. Not, she seems like a buzzkill. Like, she seems like an annoying ass hair. That's what Dolly is giving me. And it's so sad because I used to love the big three. And now I only care for one out of the big three, which is Big Lex. Dolly and Summer, I don't really care for anymore. Their behavior has just been a little bit abhorrent to me. And Rican keeps telling Dolly that, because they're pretty much punking K. Rican. They're like, Dolly snatched the mic from you last night and you didn't do shit. And we see the footage and she didn't do anything. But K. Rican is using the excuse that she didn't want to go to jail in Africa. She didn't want to go to jail in Africa. Now, I can kind of agree with her on that because I'm the type, like, bitch, no matter where I go, I want to behave because I'm not trying to go to jail in no foreign city, town, or state. I ain't trying to go to jail locally where I live, bitch. Who wants to go to jail, right? I've just, because, listen, I've lived that life in the past. Let's just put it that way. And I don't want to go back to it. The streets ain't for me. I want a soft life, okay? So I get what K. Rican is saying. I didn't want to go to jail in this foreign country. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you know what it is. You on the Zeus network. Y'all can fight anywhere, and Zeus is gonna get you out of it. No matter what happens, Zeus is gonna fly. You can go to jail in Africa. Go ahead. I promise you. Money talks. Money talks, and that's how they get out of the, like I told y'all, we see these girls fighting in the streets, fighting in restaurants, fighting in public spaces all the time, but do y'all ever see the police show up? Do you ever see anybody really go to jail? No. Okay? Now, Dolly tells Rican to say my name one more time, and Rican says Dolly, and Dolly charges towards her. And as the closer she gets to K-Rican starts throwing food, and bitch, that just ends it right there. Once Rican starts throwing the hash browns and cheese, bitch, once they start slinging the OJ and the motherfucking sausage patties, it's on like Donkey Kong at the motherfucking Baddies brunch. Okay? Food is being thrown everywhere. Plates are being shattered. Girls are climbing over one another. It's all out pandemonium. And you already know how the episode ends. We have to wait until the next one, episode 6, before we get into the aftermath of the brunch brawl. The Baddies brunch brawl breakout. Okay? So look, you better believe we're going to talk about it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you get locked into the episode 6 after show, and we recap and talk about what happened after things went down at this brunch between K-Rican and Bad Dolly. Okay? You better believe we're going to talk about it. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I want you guys to like this video. That helps me get in the algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. Join the conversation. Get in the comment section. Leave me all your thoughts and opinions on episode 5 of Baddies Africa. What do you think? Whose side are you on? Give me your opinion on all these different trios. How do you feel about Bad Dolly and her behavior? Are you with her? Are you against her? Let me know. Last but not least, if you want to join the Damien After Dark movement and help us grow and sustain this podcast, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and my Amazon wish list. Okay? Thank you guys so much for your support. As always, I can't say it enough. I cannot say it enough. All right? Thank you guys, and I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for more after shows coming your way. Love you guys. And I'm also stay tuned for some other non-baddies content. There's a lot of stuff going on right now between the Diddy trial, between the Tyler Perry scandal, between reality TV gossip and drama. Stay tuned for some content like that. I'm going to put some stuff out surrounding those topics coming soon. All right. Love you guys so much. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Bye.